Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters, in Bear Up With Me show by Fatma Al-Jawi. If you are here for the first time, please make sure to watch the previous episode and bring your own dedicated notebook if you have the plan to bear up with me to the end of this episode. I promise it's gonna be worth it. Let me start with an apology. I apologize to all the people in Congo, Syria, Yemen, and Sudan, and people I didn't know about. I apologize for not considering your pain and suffer until now. As a kid, we were not allowed to talk subject from other countries as it was named political. And I still don't understand how people are calling such massacres political. There is a huge difference between the definition of humanity versus politics. And just to mind you, one of the manipulative tactics to the enemy social media would use is to make you think that whatever is happening is complicated, vague, or gray. Things are very obvious if you let 5 cells of your brain do its job for 5 minutes of sense. Another thing, the awareness of the surrounding community starts within the family, something that I already admitted I didn't have. Let me also apologize for being ignorant and living in my own bubble for the past 30 years and not giving a damn thought to everything happening to my brother, sister, kids in Palestine, Congo, Syria, Yemen, Ogor, Iraq, Sudan, and many other places I don't know about yet. I don't know what to say other than Alhamdulillah الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. I'm finally seeing, understanding, and standing for the matters of Muslims around the world, and I'm asking God to help and guide me through whatever possible to help them. My second apology was about mixing up flags in the previous video that only one dear friend brought it to my attention. But you know what? I decided not to bother since these flags were not chosen by the people of the country as these flags were assigned to each country. Back to me trying to undo the past or making up for it, and let's consider this show as a form of redemption. To those who advocate themselves to manual self-inventory and renew their goals for the upcoming year, this episode is for you in the first place. Not to brag about my content, but I promise this episode can help you as a map to laser focus on your deeper values and plans for the next year. Since October 7th, many things were exposed and it's been an eye-opening eye overall. So I will be discussing many cases with you that we need to care about in the first place. Starting off with Maslow's hierarchy pyramids. As many of us are familiar with it. According to Maslow's hierarchy pyramids, it states that once we fulfill the first layer of needs, we can move on to the next layer. As you can see, it states that we gotta have physiological needs first, then safety and security, then love and bonding, then self-esteem, lastly, self-actualization. Allow me to negate what the first layer should be. And let me tell you, before the physiological needs, we should be adding the religious and spiritual needs layer to this pyramid. The connection with God. We need to have faith in one and only, because no matter what happens, this faith, what would abstain you from hitting your head in the wall or going crazy due to the whatever nonsense happening in this crazy and arbitrary world. We all need to have faith with Allah and nobody else, because whatever faith other than Allah we already thought we had turned out to be an illusion. If you are having faith in your partner, they might leave you alone. If you have faith in your offsprings, they might die. Since October 7th, the ones who had their faith with authorities, celebrities, role models, lobbies, constitutions, or organizations were let down. They all turned out to be a spider house, weak as it looks. I heard many separated away from their partners since October 7th. Many found out about their friends' true color. Many got fired of their jobs because they are standing with our people in Palestine. Many found out that their countries have been fooling them. Many celebrities and role models you used to admire made you going bankrupt to attend their own shows, stayed silent in regards. And this should be a lesson, as we need to break up with such figures and direct our faith to Allah and only, and no one else. Allah is the only one who never let you down. Please reconsider your role models in life. Look up history. We have the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his friends, and their followers as well. If you are a girl, look up the wives of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Khadija, Hafsa, Aisha, radiallahu anha, and there is more. Read about them, please. I'm pretty sure you will find so many lessons for life. Not celebrities and not famous people, and not life coaches, because we already saw they abandoned and disappointed every single one of us when it was their most useful time to speak up. Let's make this the base of our goals in life, not only for 2024. Consider rebuilding connection with Allah. Renew your faith with Allah. You need His mighty. Allah does not need you, and This is another topic I'll be uploading about soon, inshallah. If you were able to achieve this base, things should get easier for you. Things come next to faith. Our survival physiological needs, including breath, food, water, shelter, clothing, and sleep. And unfortunately, we just found out that these needs are not yet covered for most of people, or not comprehended well by the majority of us. And please wait before you start attacking me on this. We should be working on this survival needs as units. Meaning, if in one day your neighbor cannot find something to eat, your turn is next. If you are seeing a homeless wandering around, this homeless guy used to have a job and a roof one day. If your brother and sister are breathing white phosphorus somewhere, this weapon could be used on you next and you already have paid for it. If you heard someone cannot find the clean water to drink, your kids might face this in the near soon. If a group of people is having too much and the other group is having nothing, that should be a red carpet issue. Let's not be like, it's on the other side of the world. I have nothing to do with that. Geographically speaking, that's very far away from where I am at. I still got time to flee to Mars, so no problem. There is a saying by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Muslims are partnered in three things: in water, pastures, and fire. By today's situation, meaning drinkable or desalined water, food resources, gas, wood, and oil. Add to that whatever resources can make us be in advantage of all of the above. Since October 7th, the majority of us could comprehend that the basics for humanity are to be cleaned, showered, to be warm, that include warm water and warm clothes, and to have bread to eat. The questions we should be considering here: who's in charge of our resources? Gas, water, electricity, food, and add internet to that. What if we were in a blockade? Where to get our food and water? What basic skills it takes us to live the basic level, like growing food and manufacturing clothes? There is a famous saying in Arabic, there is no good in a nation that eats from what they don't grow and dresses from what they don't manufacture. If not to bother yourself with such skills, ask yourself how to get these basics and where your money goes to when getting these basics. Believe it or not, we are not hurt or dying if we boycotted a lipstick brand, cookies brands, jeans brands, coffee brands. These are all luxury and extra, proved how submerged in unessential lifestyle we are. You still can survive without, while you can take this opportunity to make your own brands. Let's make sure that these supplies are not disrupted, suspended, or used against us when we oppose the supplier's opinion. Find out about your resources suppliers or find alternatives. We should make sure that these basics are maintained, well kept, and guarded against the enemies. Red lines must be drawn, fences, walls, or borders. You do whatever it takes to protect your own resources. If anyone, by any means or authority, tried to take these resources away, get in the way, make getting them hard, or puts obstacles and hurdles to reach out, they are to be considered the true enemy. We have witnessed throughout history, if they want to abstain you from going higher up the ladder, they would play on these two layers, effing up your religious system and make it a world poor for you to survive. And we are witnessing some nations' hardship getting a piece of bread. If you are able to secure these survival needs, we can move to the next layer. And unfortunately, after October 7th, we realized that we are missing a lot on the basic level, especially faith. My 2 cents in here for this generation: stop entertaining yourself all the time. You shouldn't be entertained in the first place. Entertainment at this time is a mean to disarm you from these basic layers. Most of us still got to advocate ourselves within these basics. Once you are fed and warm, now you can be healthy, get educated, go to work, have family, and build relationships. Now we can get ourselves upgraded. Now we can discuss cases like education and school curricula updates, who to write this curricula, what to teach our kids, what values implement, and whatnot. Is homeschooling a better option? Is it even an option where you are? If you are going to school, what rating or grading system you should depend on? Who's validating this grading system? Who are the ones grading these prestigious institutions? Who funds them? How this grading system can help you narrowing down your options. Once you secure these layers, then we can advance ourselves to entertainment, social media, art, music, gaming, sports, etc. Keeping in mind who's in charge of the entertainment department policies, practices, and restrictions, and if they were equal to different races and ethnicity. I understand this episode is a 10-year plan, and I understand it's easier to be said than it's done, but I promise it is worth the trial. You might have to watch the episode again and again just to get yourself covered within these basics. Finally, I am giving all the credits to 2023 as it was the revealing year. There was too many events and disasters, but probably for the sake of the humanity to open up their eyes and awaken their souls. I know this episode is hard, but I hope I made sense to you. And guess what? My AAA got upgraded to quadruple A. For the ones who beard up with me, please bring your own dedicated notebook. Ask, answer, acknowledge, and act upon. Starting with the first question. Which layer are you at and what we have mentioned? Second question, what work to be done on your current layer? Third question, what's your step to start jumping to the next layer? Consider your answer when making your 2024 vision board. Try to answer in an applicable and actionable way for the sake of your own. I would love to read your answers. So comment down below, please. And don't forget to like and share this content and support it if you feel this content deserves to be continued. Help this content to get in your friends' homepage. Love you and talk to you soon.